Welcome to Every Coach Needs a Coach, a podcast for coaches of all sports and all age groups to learn from coaches and people they may otherwise never have the chance to meet. Today's See One, Do One, Teach One, we are continuing our theme with the word of decide or decisions. And the quote I want to give you guys today goes like this: where you are is a direct result of the decisions you have made up to this point in your life. Where you are is a direct result of the decisions you have made up to this point in your life. So whether or not, for most of us, in most cases, the chair we're sitting in or the computer we're on or the phone we're looking at or the coffee shop or house or school that we're sitting in is a choice that we've made somewhere along the lines, right? We may have made that choice 10 years ago or 15 years ago or yesterday or minutes ago. But where we are is a direct result of a decision that we made up to this point in our lives. So if in the morning you decided to sleep in and now you're scrambling to get to work on time, that decision was yours and yours alone. And maybe you have a baby or you have a family emergency that you decided needed your attention in the middle of the night. It might not feel like I had a choice to deal with that, but we did, right? You could have chosen to ignore the family emergency. Most of us wouldn't. You could choose to ignore a crying baby. Well, again, most of us wouldn't. But you have a choice in all of these matters, and it really is your decisions that got you to where you are literally at this moment. As adults, right, we're responsible for every decision we make. What we eat for breakfast, to the color car we drive, to how our hair looks, and our occupations and who we date and marry. And in most cases, no one forced us into these situations. If you're a coach, you decided to be a coach. And I'm pretty confident that no one threatened you or your family, said if you don't coach, something bad's going to happen to you or them. And you could fill in coach with any profession that anybody is right now, right? If you're a student or a teacher or a CEO, it doesn't matter. No one forced you to do this thing, right? You decided somewhere along the lines that this is what you were going to be. And as coaches, we don't always get to decide who the kids are in our program. We don't always get to decide who's going to be on our teams. We do get to decide how we interact with our kids. We do get to decide if we're going to hold our players accountable or not, and how we're going to do that. We decide how we're going to communicate with our players and our parents and officials and staff and everybody. We decide how we run our practices. That's something we'll talk about this week, but we make big decisions on what drills we're doing and how long we're doing them for and how we're warming up and how we're cooling down and how much time we're spending with them. So my challenge for you is to look at your practice plans from the last week and write down next to each drill your why, right? Why did we do this? And why did we do it for this long? And why did I have the kids in these groups, right? Why we're conditioning the way that we are. And if you're not happy with your team's performance or with your performance, roll back into those decisions that you made last week, right? And maybe in the last month or the year, or even just today. All those decisions are reflective of the environment that you want to cultivate, right? So we might not get to handpick and decide every little tiny detail, but we do get to create the environment that we want our kids to thrive in. So that is my challenge for you. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Keep getting better every day.